Hello, I'm Howl Valentine. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Viscount Beauchamp Montreval. His pronouns are he, him.
Hello, I'm Melon. My pronouns are it, its, and I'm playing Lady Sophia Rookward, and her pronouns are she, her.
Hello, I'm Gary, and I will be playing the Honorable Douglas Finchwood. Both of our pronouns are he, him.
Hello, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I'm playing Lady Diana Fairlee. Both of our pronouns are she, her.
And hello, everyone. I'm Grizz, and I'll be playing the rest of Regency England for these lovely players that I have before me. Good evening, players.
Hello.
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 Howdy,
Oh,
hey.
hey, just as excited as the rest of you. But before we do anything, I'm going to monologue for a little bit, if that's okay, so just set the tone of everything that's happening here. Redbourne Hall is a beautiful town, with large, fruitful farmland and gorgeous grazing pastures. The village itself is always bustling with activity, neighbors helping neighbors, the children laughing in the streets, maybe a friendly wave as you pass another carriage on the road. But it was a very somber winter, not just because of the season, but what happened in the previous fall, with the death of Duke Graham Black Powder Blackwell. And today is the funeral, finally. A small display was set up in the center of town for the local folk to pay their respects as the Duke worked tirelessly to improve the surrounding area. He was a man of the people, and they did love him. And even when he was appointed to such a lofty role as Duke by the king himself, he never forgot his roots. And now today, the funeral itself has drawn together many of the kingdom's nobles. The king and queen are absent on affairs of state, but in their stead sits Queen Mother Margaret Ashcombe, offering the crown's condolences from the front pew. Beside her rests the Blackwell family, Lady Ursula Blackwell, now Dowager Duchess, and her children, Tabitha, Leonard, and Elias, each grieving in their own quiet way. Lords and ladies from the kingdom's great houses fill the chapel, alongside admirals, captains, and sailors who were once served beneath the Duke's command, all united in honoring the man they had known. But it is early spring, and the night grows deeper, setting in a chill. At the family's request, black scarves and gloves have each been provided to every guest, lending to the gathering an unmistakable uniformity of grief as dusk settles over the entire estate. The funeral service is concluded. Everyone has returned to Blackwell Manor for the funeral dinner, and people begin to talk in hushed voices over wine and supper. You see some of the old military friends and some of the friends from childhood exchange stories, and even some friendly rivals with carefully chosen sympathies about the man. And newer acquaintances are quietly just trying to get to know the man that they only knew for a brief time better. Lady Ursula, overcome by the strain of the day, has retired to her chambers to continue her mourning, leaving her children to receive the guests in her stead. The Queen Mother, Margaret Ashcombe, is standing beside the children and wandering through the dinner, offering uh, her guidance and her weight to the situation to make sure the crown is grieving just as much as everybody else is. And it is here, amongst these condolences, small smiles, and careful observance of propriety and proper manners, that our story begins. And this is when we begin to introduce our characters. Thank you, everyone, for that bit. But here we are at the funeral at the Blackwell Manor, and I'm going to ask you one by one where you might find yourself in this moment. I believe I am going to start with the Honorable Douglas Finchwood.
Yes, of course. So I'm a man of company, most certainly. So I think it's only fair that I could be found cavorting with the crowds of people that have shown up for the funeral to um, hear their stories, even though I did not meet the man himself, but would have very much liked to. He seemed like someone I would have very much like to have a drink with at some point, but I'm speaking with them, I'm offering condolences, and just soaking up as much of the, not attention, but company that I can amongst all these good people.
Absolutely. You do see, as you're going on talking to people, there are certain groups already slightly forming. You do see all of the naval men kind of off to one corner. They were going to be slightly rowdier, and they knew that, already slightly drinking as it is, and they have already made plans to go down to the local tavern. You see the Duke's children with their own individual groups. You see Elias with some of his close friends. The good Leonard with a slightly different group of military men, mostly foreign dignitaries, gathered around him, talking quietly. You see Tabitha with her group of individuals, talking animatedly around her, even though she seems quite somber, obviously, in the moment. But then, while you're looking, there are some heads of the houses here as well. You see a man you're very familiar with, the Duke of Ashcombe himself, Richard Ashcombe. The head of House Dunhold, Barris Ellen, talking to the Queen Mother. And as the groups are kind of softly laid down and people start to disperse to other locations, let's see here. Lady Sophia, where would you find yourself?
Why, Lady Sophia finds herself similarly mingling amongst the crowd. She finds herself in a greatest environment where she is surrounded by various other personalities that she can easily bounce between. However, she does find herself well on the other side of the event from Douglas, lest their rivalry spark problems.
And that distance is noted by a few careful souls, especially the more observant ones, like the Lord Sebastian Firemont, who, as is well known for everyone here, is very good at turning pretty much any situation he can definitely political, even at such a dire situation such as this. As you do see him talking to the Duke of Ashcombe himself. And as everything shifts a little bit, it's only been a few minutes as everyone kind of settled down and finding food or something to sip on, that we do see the Lady Diana Fairlee making her rounds.
I have a question before I talk about what I'm doing. Is my
Absolutely.
father with me?
No, sorry, there was someone having an engine outside, of course. For all intents and purposes, the four of you are the immediate representatives of your house. He is not with you.
Then I'm going to assume I have some sort of like a distant cousin with me because I shouldn't be here alone.
Yes.
In that case, I think Diana will be doing the customary thing of greeting and passing along her condolences to the family. And making it a point to mingle politely and quietly, and to make sure that she is being seen, without being too overt, because she has to remain modest.
Absolutely. But in times like these, especially at the funeral of such a avowed military man as Blackwell, there is many people are composing themselves in one way or another. The military folk aren't, right? And Viscount Beauchamp Montreval, you find yourself among them probably. Am I right?
Yes, of course.
The House Dunhold had a good reputation with the good Duke, because as soon as he got his title, he made sure to introduce himself and convert himself with as many people from those houses as possible. But he heard about you and your exploits across the sea. Where would you find yourself other than just being with the military men? Given what your house is, I imagine you're doing other things as well.
Yes. As the current representative of my house, I would, of course, regale my military brethren with tales of my travels and battles, but first and foremost, I would ensure that I was paying all due respects to the family of the late, great Duke Blackpowder, for I would have greatly admired his work on the battlefield as well, and it is a shame to see such a magnificent figure of his time leave us so soon.
Absolutely. And fate works in odd ways. The good Duke was taken far too soon. But thankfully, he left behind three very how do I put this in a way this was to me sound even terrible. He left behind his three children, all each of them wonderful in their own ways. And as you begin to make your own rounds and giving your condolences to the families, you find yourself kind of heading in the same direction, and almost entering the group around this individual at the same time. You find yourself. I have so many notes. I need to close some of these. Oh my god, help! Let's see here. You find yourselves yourself heading in the same direction, arriving at the same time in the same group as Leonard Blackwell with Lady Diana, who you have not seen in some time. Some time.
I think Bo, the moment he sees Diana, will very subtly stiffen his posture and stifle a reaction, and stand back a little bit and wait for an introduction or a moment where he could greet his once upon a time friend.
I'm going to assume that it is around this time that Diana goes to turn away, having paid her respects, and finds herself kind of coming up a little bit short when she sees Bo.
I would say if it's okay with you, you were about to when you see him in the corner of your eye.
Okay. Well, if he's not approaching, do I have to turn towards him? Or can I turn away from him?
That's up to you.
Then I'm going to again assume that I have to turn towards him. Diana will catch herself before she stumbles or whatever when she sees him out of the corner of her eye, and she turns. And there's a moment where I think their eyes meet, and then she immediately drops them and lowers herself into a very graceful curtsy. Viscount, pleasure to see you.
Miss Fairlee, it is delightful as always to see you. It has been, God, some time. You are looking well.
As are you. Pleased to see that you've returned safely from the wars.
Yes. Though, forgive me, I apologize. I am unaware of your new family name. I would greatly appreciate an introduction to your husband if you would be so kind. Certainly, we have much to catch up on.
There is a split second where she looks a little confused. Oh, I'm not married.
He blinks once, twice, and then unfreezes just a little bit. Oh, I apologize. It is. I have not kept myself abreast of the goings on of society. Unfortunately, the wars have kept much of my focus away from home, so please, my most sincere apologies. Still, Miss Fairlee, then, is it?
Yes.
Well, delightful to see you again. I regret that it is at such an unfortunate event as this, but it is good to see that you are in good health after this time. How is the season going?
It's like the first 3 days of spring, so it hasn't started.
Oh,
Um,
he's aware. He's just very anxious and doesn't know what to say right now.
No, I was saying that for the audience.
Appreciate it.
well, I suppose I'll have to tell you when it starts. And at that, she kind of she does this thing where she kind of glances up just a little bit, very very briefly, and there is the tiniest hint of like it looks like she wants to smile and is very carefully keeping her face schooled into something very placid.
Diana will probably notice that he is fighting very hard not to allow his expression to change. He is fighting very hard to keep it placid and appropriate for the setting. But there is the smallest amount of both amusement and a lot of confusion. And you can just tell he has so many questions and can't get them out right now. Yes, of course. It hasn't started yet. Forgive me. My calendar is not as accurate as it once was. I think I may have left it on my horse. If you would permit me, I believe I must. Yes, I think I must excuse myself. I'm so sorry.
Oh, there
I
you
shall
are.
see you soon. Yes, hello.
Anyone.
Please save me. I am floundering.
I think
He
as
doesn't
soon
actually say that.
I think as soon as somebody else calls his name and gets really loud, Diana will take that opportunity to skitter away, not make this any more weird.
Yeah. To allow you, if you are able to turn to pay your condolences, as you do see a clear avenue to Leonard Blackwell, or Lieutenant Leonard Blackwell. Um, let's see. You see before you, he's from the brief paintings, because there's not many of them, because it's reported that Duke Graham hated not moving. He hated standing still. He was really, really bad at it. From the portrait, kind of like away in the like kind of away on one of the walls, Leonard Blackwell is a spinning image of his father. He is a tall man, like broad-shouldered, square-jawed, like immaculately trimmed, just probably the absolute picture of a military man, which is a bit aside to the look of his father in that painting, who looks like a wild pirate ready to go to war. But Lieutenant Leonard Blackwell has been on a long diplomatic mission and has been receiving honors from the king for some time. As you see him nod his head in thanks to a group of individuals walking away from him. And you have a moment to speak to him if you would like, or you can leave. It's up to you.
No, I will, of course.
I was talking to Diana.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes. Sorry, Bo was fully pulled away in that moment.
I thought
I
that
thought
was who
he
was
was the
pulling
person
Bo away.
pulling-
I understand
No.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Apologies.
Sorry, you're good. The grieving man didn't go, "Hey, man!" No, that's a bro. No, that didn't happen. But I can see where the confusion was. My bad. We'll counter the Bo thing for a second, but you do have a clear line to him if you'd like, Diana.
Sure. I will go over and as part of the procession of people walking by the grieving family.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, he bows his head. Deep green eyes. As he, it's like a small smile. Thank you, Lady Fairlee. It is very much appreciated.
I know that there's nothing anyone can say to make it better, but Should
If it
you...
is-
Sorry.
If it is all the same, I know you went through a similar pain yourself just recently. Thank you for coming.
She will nod a little. Yes, losing someone close to you is like losing a part of yourself. Should you require someone to talk to who might have some idea of what you're going through, please do not hesitate to ask.
Yeah, smile grows a little bit bigger. You're like, you are most gracious, my lady, and I believe I will take you up on that.
She will smile back and bob a little curtsy. I do not want to monopolize your time. You have so many well wishes.
Wishes, yes. But you nod again. Thank you. He like as you like say well wishes, you see his eyes darken a little bit as he looks to the people behind you that have already given him well wishes that are fully just like no longer even looking at the family anymore. And he's like, "You have a blessed evening. I will. Sure, I'll see you soon."
And she will bob and she will curtsy again and make her way away before this gets awkward.
Mhm. Yeah. Yes, that happened. Beauchamp, you devil! You see. So sorry for this. Let's see. I have to pull up my notes. Here we go. Howl, you see. Let's see. Which one is this? Yes. Captain Nathaniel Rao. He is probably the salt of the sea, but dressed in finery. And he is one of the individuals that got your ship to the other side during the war. How are you, my friend?
Ah, Captain Rowe, it is good to see you again. I am faring as well as one can be at a funeral, of course. How are you?
Doing as well as anyone can on one of these things. They keep it so quiet, but we know better than that. We know how loud the boys like to get. But I'm keeping it professional. I'm keeping it neat. Not even yelling.
Yes.
He has me clearly been drinking.
No, I could certainly barely hear you from where you shouted my name. It is, yes, good to keep it professional, as you say.
Now I ask you, when you're coming back?
Ah, that is certainly the question.
We don't need you on the dirt. We need you at sea. We need that sharp mind of yours.
Well, my good man, I fear that my stomach would beg to differ with you. You know as well as I that I do much better astride a horse than I do astride a ship.
Then we'll put the horse on the ship and you can be on the horse. But I haven't given up on you.
I appreciate your tenacity, but I am not certain that that is how it would work. However, I would love to come and visit you at some point. Certainly, if I get shipped off to perhaps Spain this time for a warmer climb than France, but we'll see.
Oh, that's not where we're headed.
Oh, do tell.
How about this? I'll visit you again over the summer and I'll get into more detail, but you have to promise you'll think about it. And I'll know if you haven't.
I shall indeed. I will do my utmost to think about you every waking moment of every day.
I'll hold you to it. Claps you on the shoulder and he's going to head off.
Bo will look slightly grateful and also like, why God me? But take the opportunity to sort of shake himself just slightly, straighten his uniform a bit,
Mhm.
and make sure that he engages in appropriate conversation with the next person.
Douglas,
Yes.
how are you going about your business?
I think Douglas, being the social butterfly that he is 100% going from group to group, kind of ingratiating himself, like finding the proper moment to slip his way into the conversation, have a few words here and there, have a few laughs, and just make sure everyone's having a good time. And then, of course, as he's like slowly making his way, he'll kind of like peter his way towards the family to give his wishes. And this is also assuming that he has not seen any of the other major characters, because the moment he sees them, there would probably be reactions.
Oh no. Oh I know. You do see the youngest Elias, who you quickly notice has the least amount of attention paid to him. Um, he is a little significantly shorter than his brother. Um, from the brief that moment that you saw of her at the funeral itself, he looks a lot more like his mother. Long black hair like the rest of the family, blue eyes. But everything about him, like his chin's a bit more pointed. He's just a bit like tighter in dress and posture and everything like that. He's not like nervous or anything like that, but he's very much more contained. But his eyes are red as you see him just like thanking everyone. And it's very clear that he was crying recently. Well, obviously at the funeral, but like probably on the way here, like through the door and just now.
Yeah, upon seeing that he is probably getting the least amount of attention, Douglas is thinking to himself, "Oh, we can't be having that," and is going to go give his wishes.
Mhm. Yeah, he nods as you approach.
I'll hold out my hand for a shake. Lord Elias, I've heard many things today about your father, and I just want to say I truly do apologize for your loss.
Uh, Much appreciated. Lord, sorry, I don't recognize you.
Douglas Finchwood. Technically, it's the Honorable, but who's keeping track of these things? And
Lord,
there's probably like a little bit of a twinkle in his eyes of like, yes, that is clearly a joke.
Lord Finchwood. Thomas's younger brother, yes?
Correct, you've heard of my brother. That is, he is a great man, let me tell you.
Kind of gives you like a look. Is that no? Are you being? I can't tell if you're being. You're very excited about it. Are you being honest?
Of course, I love my brother. Let me tell you, there is no one that I know who rides a horse better than him, except maybe me.
Well, that's good. That's good. Uh,
Do you ride?
I do actually. You see
Oh,
him perk up
excellent.
a
We
little
should do
bit.
it sometime together. I'm always looking for new companions in that regard.
Horse, of course, yes. The stable is out back. We have many good horses. I'd love to.
Oh, I'm excited to meet each and every single one of them. I did bring my own horse, but sometimes she gets a little bit rowdy when she has to, do too much work. So if I need to take a break from her and use one of your other fine steeds, I am more than happy to do so.
You see him introvert mood activated as he leans back a little bit, like, "Oh, okay, we can definitely do that. I do believe Leonard wanted to go writing at some point before he has to ship off again. So I will send a letter out and make sure you're here.
Excellent. I would love nothing more than that.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Lord Finchwood."
And I appreciate you, good sir.
Gives your hand another shake. There you go.
Very firm, very strong, like very overeager shake from Douglas.
You see his
All
hand
smiles.
rapidly going red, and he looks like he's quickly in pain. Like, huh? That's
Oh,
really quick.
sorry. I was just, no, let me get you a drink.
No, no harm, no harm. No harm meant. No harm meant. Thank you. No drinks. I shouldn't.
Well, if you insist, but in my experience, there's nothing that a small glass of wine can solve.
Maybe some other time.
Maybe some other time, of course.
All right. He's so small.
And I am very large.
Yes. I am very large. As you finish crushing his hand and turn away and make your way through the crowd, there's a brief flash of almost periwinkle blue as you do see a very familiar figure of Lady Sophia Rookward, about 5 feet away from you.
I think upon noticing her, there is a kind of like momentary eye twitch, but otherwise no change in the expression. Still very chipper, very all smiles, and he'll just kind of go like where the flow naturally takes him in the crowd. If that ends up being towards her, then so be it. But otherwise, he's just going where the conversations take him.
Yeah, that's where it's going. And Sophia, you can see him.
Sophia, there's a slight pause in my mental calculus. Some like bit of thread caught in the cogs. I have to stop and look. And within another second, it is gone as I readjust. Lord Finchwood.
Lady Sophia, you are looking lively.
Well, I am doing my best to hold fast. These are hard times for us all. You also seem to find yourself in good humors.
I try my best. It's been some time. What, about a year or so?
Oh, a few, since matters tend like they did.
Ah, well, the days just fly by. It's hard to keep track of such things.
Oh, I'm sure you have much to occupy yourself with. Anything of note that you've been involved with as of late?
No, simply here to represent the good Finchwood name as Father has requested of me. So here I am. Otherwise, Thomas is the one handling the affairs as always.
Yes, well, I figured as much. Still, though, I am most glad to see you at this event. I've. Have you seen the family? Well, I wish to express a few things to them. It is truly a tragedy what has happened. Taken from us too young.
Yes, indeed. Many tragedies upon this day, it seems. I just spoke with Elias. He's right over there, along with his siblings.
Thank you very much. And as Sophia starts to run away and begin to walk in the direction of her family, may I hand a monologue token to Lord Douglas to
Oh
know
boy.
what he is thinking in this moment after finding Sophia?
If the player wishes to accept said monologue token,
I will accept the monologue token.
the exchange is met. Monologue, my friend.
Yes,
Monologue.
so as Sophia departs from the conversation and Douglas is sort of looking over his shoulder to see her on her way, I think he'll like idly grab like maybe a glass of wine from a passing servant, sip it while still watching, and just muse to himself. 5 years. Not nearly enough after everything that happened. She nearly ruined a friend of ours. Someone I thought that we'd all truly loved or had affections for, as was our group. We were bound tight, tighter than any knot that I could think of. And yet to go and do a thing like that. And here she is, looking all the better, and from what I've heard, has become not the person I once knew. That person I miss. That person was a delight. One of us, and I will forever mourn her, for I believe that she has passed on. But this being I've met before me now, I feel nothing but cold wind from her, and I am not a daft man. I know the way these social circles work. I'm not as deft at it as my father and brother, but I am aware enough to know that she is here for some gain. That is her way. Perhaps it's always her way, and I just wasn't wise enough to it until it all went wrong. I'll need to keep my eye on her, but the sooner I can forget her presence, perhaps the better, and I can go back to enjoying myself. And with that, I'll take another sip of wine, turn to the next group, smile broadly, and try to slip in. End monologue.
Thank you, Douglas. Now, let's see here. Since everyone's saying I cackled evilly in nobility. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, no. Lady Diana is doing the proper move. So we're going to say, Lady Diana, you do see Tabitha.
Diana's shoulders will drop just a touch. Because I think she was braced to potentially run back into Bo. So when she does it, and it's a member of the family, she's just like, okay, I can do this. This is easy.
Oh, thank God.
And she will make her way over.
Yeah. About the same height as you, same thing as the rest of the family. Long, like really beautiful, like black hair. Dressed similarly to our mother. And the morning outfit, like they made sure to match. They made sure everything was correct. But as you approach and she's finishing up a conversation, you do remember just the Blackwell family, as far as being nobility, none of these kids were born into it. It's still a very new experience to them. And she's only 19 now, but Tabitha was maybe 6.5 when Blackwell got the role. So you do see a bit of wear and tear on her face as you approach. Slightly doll-like, almost porcelain, and how white her skin is. And she's kind of standing by one of the windows, just waiting patiently for whoever else might be coming by. But you see the training that she received slowly fading from her as you see her shoulders just slouch a little bit at the idea of talking to somebody else. But then she sees you approach, and you see the shoulders rise back up in the proper fashion.
Lady Tabitha, I am so sorry for your loss.
Thank you for the words. I deeply appreciate it, as the rest of us do. Forgive me, I haven't been about nearly as much as my brothers. I don't know your name.
Lady Diana Fairlee.
She bows a little bit. Thank you, Lady Diana.
Diana will kind of watch her for a moment. She'll obviously curtsy at the same time. She does, but we'll kind of watch her for a moment and then lean in. If you'd like to go take a turn around the grounds and get some air, I will cover for you.
Um,
2 years ago, I was in a very similar position, and all I wanted was to get away as all of those people were crowding me.
Hey, BP.
Yes?
Do you want to spend a resolve token to make this happen?
I would love to spend a resolve token to make this happen.
Absolutely. For everyone watching the show, the Good Society has a little thing called resolve tokens. They basically allow the major characters or the player characters to impact the scene or the moment in a specific way. And you can do that with other player characters or NPCs or just moments to influence them to kind of twist how everything's going. Everyone starts with one, and I can reward them as I see fit if the play is going really cool. In this instance, the Lady Tabitha is now going to do what was suggested in that moment. And you see her eyes kind of like open up a little bit wider. And you see a look of genuine relief go onto her face that kind of like settles. It doesn't get back to full like posture. Like she can't do it at the idea of like being free in the moment. I can't ask you to do that, but
You're not asking, I'm offering. Don't make it all
yes.
day, but if go take the air.
You see her nod quickly, and you quickly see like the young lady and yourself that was just there 2 years ago, like nod quickly and kind of gather herself before looking around and just slipping away.
Just before she goes, I will kind of reach over and just very lightly squeeze her hand, kind of a reassuring moment, and then let her go and let her slip off.
She flashes you an extremely grateful look and what looks like she wants to go to curtsy, but realize how bad that would be in the moment. And this keeps going. Excellent. I have to make a very important character note, and I'm excited. Now I'm laughing like an evil villain. Literally the note is BP +1. Let's go. Get it? All right. You look around, Lady Diana, and quickly realize no one saw anything. No one's the wiser.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely how I'd planned.
Nailed it. Bo.
Yes.
Yes. What would you, after managing to convince the captain that you're going to think about his proposal, be doing afterwards? As you look, you do not see Diana anywhere.
That is honestly for the best. I think I've already made a fool of myself. So, with Diana out of the picture, Bo is going to look about to reconnect with friends that he has not seen in a while. He's made his rounds through his fellow military officers and the Duke's family to give them due respects and console them over the loss of the good Duke. And now I believe he'd be looking for friends to see if he can spot any of the people he hasn't seen in quite some time, because he did just get into town for this today.
Well, that's crazy. It's crazy that you suggest such a thing.
Isn't it, though?
Yes, because Lady Sophia, as you're looking around at where the good honorable Douglas said Tabitha was or Elias was a moment ago, you do not see Elias. In Elias's place, you do see Bo for the first time in a long time. Looking as lost as you, actually.
Lady Sophia takes one deep breath, realizes she's likely been played, then just holds onto her dress and walks over. Viscount, it's been quite some time.
Ah, Lady Rockwood, it is good to see you again. I apologize for the circumstance under which we are reconnecting, but you look as though you are faring well as one can be in such a state.
Ah, it's a hard time on us all, but we all make it through eventually. It has, indeed, been a while. Have you met up with the others yet?
I have seen the Lady Fairlee and yourself, but I confess I have not run into any of our other friends uh, as of late. I fear I got in town just in time for the funeral, so I have not had the occasion to call upon anyone as of yet.
Hmm. Why, yes, our friends. Well, for a fact that Douglas finds his way around, he was in fact the person I just got on conversing with. I've been hoping to try to find the Blackwells and extend my condolences to them, but I assume you also have no clue to the matter.
Uh, yes, I have given my respects to the Blackwell family. They're just over there a moment ago, in fact. And at this moment, I would like to pass a monologue token to Sophia, because Bo looks intrigued and a little bit confused yet again, as she emphasizes the "our friends" part. And I'd like to know what's happening with that.
Do you accept the token, Melon?
Yeah, I'll take the token.
Then the token is spent. Please, monologue.
All I ever wanted was to help. I wanted to reach out. I wanted them to be happy for once. Don't they see that too? Of course, a foolish effort. No one gets anything without, well, trying to. Everyone always wants to take something. That's why you should never give without reason. That was my first mistake. I just... Why did they all have to be here? Now, today. Especially with things with my brother as they are. Nevertheless, I will manage. Manage the harder conditions, and I will manage still. Just one step at a time, Sophia. You were trained for this, after all. Can't be that hard. And monologue.
Thank you, Sophia.
Well, if you have no thorough idea where they may be, I suppose we can either be together or I can try to see them. Swear I thought Tabitha was around here just a moment ago.
In the space of that instant, Douglas appears, just kind of in between two people in front of both of you.
No, this cannot be, as I am fully focused on Bo. That can't be. What is it now? Lord Admiral Beauchamp. It's been too long. As I will put a hand on his shoulder and jostle it somewhat roughly.
Uh, Bo will turn at the first sound of his voice and just look for a moment absolutely delighted. Dougie, it has been an age. It is good to see you, old boy. How are you, my good man?
Oh, my friend, let me tell you, I have millions of stories that I could not fit into the letters, but I think what's more important is how you are. I want to hear everything, carriage rides included.
I fear there are not many carriage rides in the army, but yes, it is good to see
No
you.
carriages in the army? How do you get around?
Well, we do have horses. I am in the cavalry, so
Oh, yes, that would make sense. Yes.
it's not admiral either. I fear I shall never reach such heights, for we both know that I cannot stand aboard a ship for more than a moment without being indisposed. Yes.
Yeah,
But
I
what
think
about
you could be
you?
fine. Me, well, you know, the old Earl's still kicking. He'll outlive us all, I'm telling you. Thomas is doing well. He and Astrid are as happy as they could be as ever. Me, I've been sojourning in London here and there. Peter says hello, but that's once we're in.
If you don't mind,
Oh,
and you hear a very firm but soft tone. As you turn to look, it is a figure all three of you have seen at least one in your lives. Still as powerful as she ever was. Just more in the background, as you see the Queen Mother, Margaret Ashcombe, standing before the three of you.
I
Lady
will quickly
Ashcombe.
bow. Queen Mother Ashcombe.
Bo will immediately stand up proper and bow deeply at the waist. Ah, Your Grace, it is good to see you.
All I would ask is to keep your voices down.
Of course, my deepest apologies
Right,
for
yes.
the interruption of such a somber event.
Indeed, indeed.
Nods her heads to the three of you, and you see a clocking look at the three of you before nodding. The season is just beginning. You'll have plenty of time for this. I do understand.
Yes, of course, Mum. Again, my deepest apologies, and I assure you it will not happen again.
I know it won't. Viscount, you're honorable. Lady Rookward. And she will just drift away with her small retinue of individuals.
Well, kind of give Bo like an oops face. I have much more to tell you, my good friend, but to not risk that happening again, I will excuse myself so that you can get back to your previous conversation.
Yes, of course. The three of us, actually four of us, should perhaps find time to catch up. It would be good to see all of you again. And at this, Bo will gesture to include Sophia as well, as he hasn't seen his friends in quite some time and would love to be able to have a little hang sesh.
Yeah, I think Dougie's eyes kind of flick over to Sophia, then back to Bo. Four of us, did you? Is Diana here?
Well, yes, I did run into her a few moments ago before catching up with Lady Rookwood here. I am not certain where she is at this point, but I did see her while paying my respects to the Blackwells.
Oh, you're kidding. I have to go find her. It's been too long. Oh, goodness.
Perhaps, and he'll, like, gently rest a hand on Dougie's shoulder. Perhaps, compose yourself a bit, old boy, before you go and see her, so Her Majesty does not, chastise you again. Yes?
Right, good idea. But see, this is why you've always had good ideas. I'll go give my condolences to another member of the family to settle the excitement and then see if I can run into her.
Yes, expect me to call upon you later. Perhaps I shall invite everyone to the manor as soon as I have reacquainted myself with home.
Yes, of course.
Don't-
Sounds delightful.
Don't trip on your way out, Dougie. And do take care of yourself.
You as well, Lady Sophia. And I'll kind of like nudge Bo as I turn to walk away. The long legs always get away from me.
Bo will sort of chuckle quietly, and it kind of clocks that, but doesn't say anything right now, and goes, "Oh, yes, of course. Good to see you."
Of course, my friend. And I will saunter off.
Oh, if I may,
Yes, of course.
it seems to me that there are set of matters of which you have not been informed as of yet. I will tell you that
I
it is not. I will tell you that it is not a good idea for us all to reunite. I think perhaps you should find your peace and happiness with the Onondaga, and I will find my own way out. Thank you, however, for the invitation. I hope you have a majestic time. And with that, Sophia will grab her dress and head away. Uh, and in this moment, because I still have a Montreval token since I was handed one, may I propose one to the Viscount to know just how he feels during this whirlwind of emotions.
Didn't you spend one?
But wasn't I also handed one?
No, I
Of
haven't
my
given you
mistake.
another one.
Oh, I misunderstood how they work then. My mistake. Never mind.
Yeah. So it's someone gives you their token, spending theirs, so you do your monologue. You don't get another one.
Ah, I understand.
Yeah, you spent your token, they spent their token, so you don't have tokens right now. I can give one later on if I choose to, as like another bonus one if you do something kind of cool, a little weird, but we'll see. But that's also why resolve tokens are a thing, so you can affect the story in other ways. We don't always be able to hear what they're thinking, right? With that, but instead of spending the token, is there anything else you would like to do before we shift the scene one more time?
Well, I would still be interested in trying to find uh any of the Blackwells to present my condolences to.
Absolutely. You do see Leonard across the way, and we will get to that in just a moment. So you're not sure, Lady Diana, what powers may be to have this whole thing go so well, but you also feel terrible at the fact that no one has said anything about Tabitha being gone.
Yeah, it. I suspect that while Diana feels bad that that's the case, she isn't surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she was the girl in her family when that happened. So how often we get overlooked.
Absolutely. But you do see the last of the Blackwell children, Elias, roughly 18, looking almost just as exhausted as his sister, but you believe it's more of he gave up on the idea of presenting himself neatly a while ago, and now it's just fully exhausted. And you see people just kind of like nodding at him as they pass through instead of actually giving full condolences, but it's kind of like a weak handshake and they're passing through. Um, you do see Leonard walk over and just kind of like put his hand on his little brother's shoulder, and you see like Elias like perk up a little bit at his brother's presence, and they like nod at each other like, we're gonna get through this. Uh, Pats him on the shoulder one more time, and Leonard heads off to another group of people. But as you approach, Elias seems to have a bit more life than he did in that moment. The Blackwells get along very well.
No. I will make my way over and bob into a curtsy to Elias. Lord Elias, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you very much. Lady Fairlee, yes?
Yes. I can only imagine. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think we spoke once before when I was very, very young, but it was very, very briefly. Thank you for coming.
Of course. You know, I think you're right. I think it was, wasn't it the Ashcombs garden party?
His eyes kind of go wide. You see his cheeks go red. Yes, I fell into the lavender and I couldn't find my way out.
She smiled. And once you did get out, you had a little sprig of it that was stuck behind your ear and you didn't notice until I plucked it out.
It must have been enough hours.
It suited you. Brought out your eyes.
Thank you. Honestly, just thank you. It's nice to have quiet conversation as opposed to excitable ones. You see his eyes kind of squint as he remembers to talk with Douglas. Permanently ingrained in his memory. They're all very kind, but they all seem to be waiting for something.
Yes, that is the way of things at these sorts of functions, isn't it?
Never been to a funeral.
Well, in my experience, even when no one wants anything, everyone feels like they're waiting for something to happen. And you will feel like you can breathe again when it's over.
I will. Thank you. I will stay strong for it.
I have no doubt. She will pause for a moment and kind of do like this very, very subtle like thing where her eyes kind of flick up and around just to make sure that nobody's listening in.
Can I spend a resolve token to make sure that Bo overhears this conversation?
Sure. Understood.
Or between you and I think your sister might appreciate some company out in the garden.
Yeah, you see his eyes go wide. Oh, Tabby.
And I suspect you could use a moment away from the crowds, yes?
Yeah, of course, but I can't. I can't leave. I mean, but you see him look to Leonard. And Bo, if you're close enough to hear this, you're close enough to see why his eyes are going. You haven't interacted with it yourself, Leonard yourself yet, Bo, but Diana, you pick up on this a bit easier. His arms are behind his back, and as he's greeting everyone, shaking hands, still the same posture. His hands are clenched so tightly, in just effort. And you see Elias shake his head. He's taking this harder than the rest of us. I can't leave. I know she's taking it worse than me. I never saw Father as much as they did, but Melon adored him.
Yes, I can tell. Well, I'm sure she'll be back along soon.
Thank you, and thank you for helping her.
She will nod. I wanted someone to help me when I was in your position, so it seemed only fair.
Right. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I appreciate everything. And you know what? There's no dice rolling in this game, but I'm gonna roll something real quick. Yeah. You see, well, I mean, I don't have stat sheets for these NPCs. I just have like character notes of what they're good at. And you do see his eyes flicker to the side, and you see him frown slightly. But I'll talk to you very soon. Hopefully over the season.
I'd like that very much.
And you see him bow before you get to curtsy, as just out of respect.
She will blink a little bit, but will dip into a curtsy. And then give him the appropriate amount of distance so that he can turn and do whatever it is that he needs to do.
Yeah, you see him kind of like slip away off to the side. As you see him slip away, there is there's a sudden energy that surrounds you, Diana. It is vast, it is powerful. It feels slightly like a golden retriever as you see Douglas appear before you.
And just to ask, is she still standing like where Tabitha would be?
No.
No, she drifted
No?
away from there.
Then yeah, in that case, I probably get halfway there trying to be like, all right, yeah, I'll just give my condolences to the rest of the family. See, it's Diana. Rush up, be like, no, no, and look as if like I'm about to embrace her, catch myself, come to like a sharp halt, and then give like a bow. Lady Diana.
Diana will turn and her eyes will go a little wide. Douglas, how lovely to see you.
Lovely to see me. Look at you. It's been too long. You're positively radiant.
She will
How have you been?
smile a little. Oh, you know, as expected, I suppose. How have you?
Well, as expected, I suppose. I'm still in the same straits that I was last time we conversed, but I'm here now on behest of my father, so it's something to do. I just can't get over it. It's been too long. I'm so sorry for not writing.
It has been some time, but I'm sure you've been quite busy.
Oh, that's one word for it.
I'm given to understand you own a very spirited horse.
Yes, Sparkle is something to. It takes a lot of effort, let me say that. But she's a good one. She's quick, and that's what I like.
I'm quite glad you're happy with her.
I am, but she doesn't quite fit as good of company as good friends. So if you would be so kind, I would be delighted to have a walk in the garden at some point so we can catch up. I cannot apologize enough for not writing more.
She will smile a little. I'd like that. Did you know that the Viscount is here?
I did. I just ran into Bo. We got a little bit of a scolding for getting too rowdy, but it was a delight to see him.
Good. I'm sure he was thrilled to see you.
Yes, indeed. He told me as much that he was happy to see you as well. He wants to compose a meeting and speak with old friends again and catch up.
Oh? That would be
That's what
nice.
I think so as well. Anyway, I'm very serious about that walk in the park, or not park, garden at some point. Remind me to tell you about the shoe story. It's a good one.
I will remember. It was lovely to see you.
It was lovely to see you, Lady Diana. There are not words to express how delighted I am to see you once again.
She will smile and curtsy. I see some people I ought to be saying hello to, so I hope you won't think me rude.
I could never. Go speak with those people that you mentioned. I have more than half this room who probably need to speak with me about something or other that I did and don't remember.
She will smile. Make sure that you greet the family if you haven't.
I've spoken with Elias, but the other two I haven't had the chance yet.
She will nod. And she will nod a little bit towards Leonard just to kind of point him out to Douglas. I recommend going and speaking to the eldest. I think it'll do him some good to not feel like you're here for something from him, but just to hearten his spirits.
I'll kind of like thumb my nose and nod. See, this is why you always had such good ideas, Lady Diana.
She will smile. And you
Right,
are a
go.
point of light everywhere you go.
You're too kind. Now, don't let me keep you. Go speak with who you need to speak to.
She will curtsy and swan away.
And as she goes to leave, I'd like to use a monologue token because Lady Diana has seen at least 2 of her former friends now, and I want to know what she's thinking about all that.
BP, do you accept the monologue token?
Sure.
Excellent. This might be the last thing we do before we go to break. So, monologue, please.
Feel as if I've stepped into some sort of strange dream. To see both Beau and Douglas in the same place is surreal after so many years apart, and neither of them showing up for Edmund's funeral. I suppose I feel happy and sad all at the same time. I ought to feel happy and relieved. Douglas is effervescent as ever. And Beau seemed strained. Well, I'm not sure what that was about. And who names their horse Sparkle? End monologue.
Thank you, Lady Diana. And now, if you'll excuse us real quick, we're going to take a break from this moment, and we're all going to go to break. Thank you for watching Kingdom and Kinship. If you enjoy the story, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow more of our content. You can find all of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on our Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible. And welcome back, everybody. We are now a little bit deeper into the funeral, as it were. Everyone's been able to make some polite conversation with we'll call them the set dressing, and we're going to shift the scene to Lady Sophia. As you have made your way through the crowd and made some introductions and made polite conversation and nodded and shook hands and curtsied as you needed to, you do see Tabitha Blackwell just kind of appear through the crowd as if she had been there the entire time. But you get the impression by the slight flush to her cheeks, and as she readjusts everything she's wearing, that she was outside for a bit, and it's still a slightly chilly spring evening.
Lady Blackwell, I wanted to share my condolences. It's a terrible thing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I apologize. I do not know your name.
That is quite all right. I am Lady Sophia Rookward. I'm, well, partly here because of my family, but also of my own will. It's so unfair to have this happen now in such a way. And I wanted to make it clear to you, to your family, that the Rookwards will always hold the Blackwells in high esteem, and if you need anyone to lean on, we are all here to help how we may.
Thank you. I wasn't aware that Rookward's held us in such high esteem, but that's very kind of you to say. And I will, if I do need any assistance, I'll make sure to talk to you.
Of course. I do hope your outing was alright. It seems a little cold outside.
At that, you see her eyes go wide, as she looks around the room, but no one's currently paying attention to the two of you. As she looks back at you, with a mixed expression, it's like, I simply stepped out to head to my quarters and come back. But yes, it is very chilly, as we experienced on the way here.
Oh, please do not take it as a bad thing, and I don't believe it is up to any of us to judge or cast aspersions as to how you deal with anything. We should have hoped the weather improves, but I'll stop hogging you now. Well, should have things improve. And she will curtsy and make her way out.
Of the building?
No, of the conversation.
Okay. It's just like, so you right, and make her way out. Like, all right. I mean, that's damn. I mean, got you. Oh yeah. And she gives you a curtsy as you leave. Right. And while we're shifting moments, a gentle reminder to everyone, if you want some funky things to happen, resolve tokens. It doesn't have to happen to you.
I spent 2 of
Alright.
mine in like 10 minutes.
I know. This is for the other 3 players who haven't spent any.
I'm thinking.
Well, but Howl spent one. Good job, Howl. Yeah, you know what? Here, have a cookie. It doesn't help. But
Yay!
Yeah. Keeping track. BP has a full scorecard. I'll call it that. It sounds terrible, but that's what it is. Douglas.
Yes.
You do make your way over to the good Leonard, who seems to be the overall focus of all of the conversation and the true well-wishing, as he deals or finishes dealing with yet another crowd of people. At this moment, you start to understand, especially after talking to Elias, he is going to be the center of all the attention. He is the eldest son. He's also just more decorated, has achieved more things. And you kind of understand the feeling Elias may be going through as you're the younger brother in your situation. But you also have the understanding of what your own brother is going through being the eldest, as you can see, just from your angle as you approach, some of the tenseness and Leonard's shoulders grow as you're approaching.
Right. How about this? He's like in like the center of a group, right? He's kind of being hounded, I guess you could say.
No, there's like a few people, just like 1 or 2 people just leaving, and there's no one really around him at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
My bad, misunderstood. In that case, I'll sidle up to him, offer a hand. Lord Leonard, the Honorable Douglas Finchwood.
He kind of, as he turns to like shake your hand, you see him like squint for a moment. Dougie?
Sort of stand up a little bit straighter. Yes.
No, we went to Well, I was much quieter then and not nearly as tall. We went to school together for a brief moment.
Sort of like lean forward and squint at him and then kind of like smack my palm against my forehead. Leonard, of course. Oh my goodness. It has been a while.
Well, no, you called me Lily, I believe, and you like to put books on the top of my head. He says, like, the first smile we've seen probably on his face all night.
Well, it's just your posture was so good. I wanted to see how many you could go for. You went for quite a while. I think there was like what, 5 at one point?
Yes, and then I fell backward almost through the window.
I taught you.
No, you did, Leonard. I did go through the. I'm sorry, Douglas. You did. I did go through the window.
Well, I tried to catch you.
He's like, it's fine. It was. I was very new to all of this at the time, and he like just gestures to nobility.
Well,
But
regardless, forgive me for my past transgressions. The younger Douglas was a fool and very precocious.
can't imagine he's changed too terribly much.
He's trying his best
You
most of the
still
time.
have, you still have the same odd twinkle in your eye when you're about to do something silly.
Well, that's because doing silly things is the best. Who would not want to do silly things?
You haven't changed a bit. Thank you for coming.
Of course. I spoke with your brother earlier. I heard that you ride.
And he kind of like squints a bit. Well, slightly. Elias is the rider. I was more into ships and boats like my father was. He hated horses, but all the ones we have in the stable he got for Elias. I learned to. I want to get better at it.
Well, I have it on fairly good authority that I am quite the rider, so perhaps to make up for old times, I could assist you a bit. If you would be willing.
I wouldn't mind. I know I told Elias we'd go riding over the summer. He needs to get out of the house more.
Then I see this as nothing but a positive for everyone. You improve, Elias gets out of the house, as you say, and I get to acquaint myself with an old friend.
Let's see here. You would see. Oh, absolutely. Is that Dougie? And you turn and you do see someone who rivals you in your own energy. It is like it is two labs meeting each other for the first time. And you do see roughly the same age as you, a much older Benedict Fenwick, dressed in military refinery. He's like, my goodness, I didn't think you'd be here.
Why wouldn't I be here? People are around, and when there's people, there's a Dougie.
Sorry, I wanted to pay respects to Leonard. I haven't seen him in some time. Well, not since we were all at school together. No, that's right. We called him Lily, didn't we? And he looks at Leonard, and Leonard's just like, yes, you did.
I've apparently been told that we did do that. I did not recall, but Leonard informed me of such information.
Well, you stacked books on his head.
I did stack books on his head. We almost got to 5 one time, and then he fell through the window
No,
because of it. But you know,
no, it was 8, and then he fell through the window.
oh, we got to 8, did we?
I believe it was 10. Leonard finally says, and the three of you start conversing. I'm gonna leave you there for a moment. Yeah, it's but the good Leonard Blackwell is finally smiling for the first time this evening, despite everything. Bo.
Hello.
Hello. Who would you like to try to speak to next? Or would you like to try to do your own thing? Or would you like to spend a token?
Well, um, if Bo has not already spoken with the Blackwells, then he would certainly be looking to do that to pay their respects. And if he hasn't spoken to Leonard yet, then I would be willing to spend a resolve token to make sure that he enters into this schoolboy conversation, because I believe he also went to that school.
Absolutely. That token is spent.
You know what? He already spent a token, so I will spend one of mine to let him do that, if that's okay.
Don't spend that token. You spend that token.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I would love for this to happen as well, so keep your
Yeah.
token, sir.
Such a gentleman.
No, so kind.
That's so kind. As you come in to hear this, I think you hear Benedict being like, well, I'm pretty sure when you're balancing your feet like that, and then try to, oh, Bo, it can't be.
Bo, come in, come in. We went to school with Leonard. Did you know that?
I did, yes, I was there. Leonard, it is good to see you again.
Beauchamp holds out a hand. It is good to see you.
Bo will take it and clasp it in both hands and give it a firm shake and then sort of pat him on the back. Apologies for arriving at such a somber time. I wish we were meeting again under better circumstances, but obviously, my condolences.
You don't
GM,
need to. Mhm,
can I play a resolve token?
mhm. Let's do it.
I would like to play a resolve token for at some point during this conversation, for Leonard to bring up that he expected to see at least one of them at Edmund's funeral, and was disappointed they weren't there.
Understood. Actually, that flows really well with what I was about to say. No, Bo, you don't need to apologize. I'm fully aware that you were at war. It is good to see the two of you. Benny's come around a few times, but I I'm just
Yes,
sorry. I didn't see either one of you at the end of the funeral.
Edmund.
Bo stops for a second and just stares. I apologies. Uh Obviously I've been out of society for some time. Uh Edmund's funeral?
Yes,
Edmund
what
Fairlee.
Bo just said. Edmund, as like Dougie's like jaw will like drop, turn and like make eye contact with Bo, look back at Leonard. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
Benedict's like, yes, this was a terrible thing. Horrible,
oh
Bo
a terrible accident. Fell off.
I need to go. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm so sorry. I need to, and turn on my heels and stride off.
Oh, Leo's not Leo. Leonard. It's just like I I understand we get busy, but I can't help but think you should have known.
I and Bo has gone like sheet white and is standing so still. The sort of stillness that comes from a long career in the military where there are moments where if you move, you die. Bo is just fight or flight, immediate stillness, very quiet. I I believe I should have. I forgive me. I don't know how I didn't know. Obviously, that's
Hey, Leonard
horrible.
holds up a hand. First and foremost, take a moment. Yes.
GM,
Mm-hmm.
monologue token, please.
Ooh.
Against Bo.
Do you have one?
I'm the only one who has one left, yes.
Oh no!
All I have
you
spent
all
is resolve
yours.
tokens.
You fools! PP has already power. Yes. Do you accept the monologue token now?
I'm feeling personally attacked, but yes, of course.
That's the best part about them. Would you please monologue?
I don't even know what to say. The war was hell, obviously, but I don't think I've ever felt as devastated as I do now. Edmund was... I want to say he was like a brother, but I truly hoped that one day he might actually be, and I can't believe he's gone. I can't believe I didn't know. How did I not know? How did Dougie not know? Surely he's been speaking with what is going on? How did we all miss this? What has happened to all of my friends? What has happened to Diana? Why is she not that I am upset that she is unwed, but why is she debuting now? Why is this? And Edmund, no, now is not the time. You are at a funeral for a good man, a very good man who was important in his own right, and now is not the time for you to impress your own grievances. We will sort this out later. I must speak with everyone. I must discover what has transpired here. I cannot. I think that this is the most difficult thing I have done in my life, and I have done a great many difficult things. But we persist. Chin up. Now is the time to console a man who has just lost his father. Let us focus on that, and we will deal with the rest later. And Bo will look back up at Leonard and
Do you
say,
end the monologue?
yes, I do.
Thank you, Bo. Continue.
Thank you, good man. I apologize. Now is not the time nor place. Clearly, I have some conversations to have and some things to learn, but today is
Beauchamp.
about your father.
Beauchamp. Take a moment. There's always space for grief. And as it were, he has a very sad smile on his face. This is about the time to do it. You can
Yes.
There's a sitting room off to the side if you'd like to take a moment.
Yes, I think I might. But I think that I owe you a drink, my friend. It has been too long, and I shall call upon you at a later date when we are both less predisposed to grieve as we are at the moment. Please, give my condolences to your family and know that House Montreval is at your disposal should you need anything. So,
Thank you, Bo.
and Bo will bow politely to Leonard first, and then the rest of the assembled school friends, and step off at a even pace to the room to the side so that he can have a moment to collect himself.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Grizz. May I perhaps spend a resolve token so that as our lovely Viscount Beauchamp heads away to the side room, he runs into Sophia.
Absolutely. But first, we're going to spend the resolve token that was mentioned in our general with Douglas
Oh,
finding
yes.
Diana. But both of these things are going to happen. But because it affects the main character or player character, is that all right with you, Howl?
Yep.
Okay. And is Douglas spending that to find Diana okay with you, BP?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I will always do a check-in because as this season goes on, this shit's not gonna get any lighter. So
What?
you can't tell by the beautiful flowery display we have on our Twitch page, but it is gonna get a bit heavier. Um can you hear the birds? All right. So, Diana, you have you have accomplished your mainline mission and spoken to each one of the Blackwells. You get this achievement first, gold star. What would you be doing after the fact?
Other than being top of the class,
Full marks, full marks.
Diana has probably been politely mingling and making small talk with people that are important in the room that she knows she needs to be polite to and make an appearance with. She hasn't officially been presented just yet, but you know, it is still good for them to know her face and to know that she is you know, out of mourning and all of that.
Absolutely. You are politely noticed. I think you do. You haven't been officially introduced, but I think a few of them know you just by proxy.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Yeah. I think you don't make conversation, but you do exchange a polite head nod with the Baroness Ellen Dunhold, the head of the House Dunhold, off to the side. As like as like one of those, the Fairleys are here and I acknowledge that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are making those, you feel a sudden energy coming towards
Oh
you.
no, not
It's
again.
it's a little less happy than before. If anything, it's like a dog that needs attention and isn't quite sure why. As you see Douglas appear before you.
Yes, Douglas coming up. He's rather imposing as well. He's around 6 foot, so for the time period, quite tall. And upon coming up, he did not take a moment to compose himself. So his eyes are ringed a bit red. It looks like he's really trying to hold himself together and not doing super well. And we'll look to Diana. Lady Diana, could we have a moment?
Of course. She will kind of step away from, she would, you know, politely excuse herself and step away from the people that she was mingling with. Douglas, whatever's the matter?
I I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Didn't know what?
It, it,
Oh,
I,
yes. Well,
I should have been. I should have been there. I should have. I'm so sorry.
you have nothing to apologize for.
Of course I do. For my friend, I should have. I should have known.
I'm not entirely sure how you didn't get an invitation. I will have to look into that. It was a failing on the family's part, I'm sure.
I don't know either. But please, if the moment I caught word of it, I would have been there. I would have been at your side or wherever you would have had me. I would have been there for my friend.
Douglas, I'm fine. I
Well, that makes
promise.
one of us.
I know. You're still dealing with the shock of it all. But it's been 2 years for me, almost.
Well, that doesn't make me feel better because now I feel like even more time went by and I should have. How did I go 2 years without doing that?
She will shake her head. I'm not sure. As I said, it clearly short something short-sighted in whoever was meant to send out invitations that you didn't get one. I apologize that you were not given the appropriate opportunity to mourn your friend.
Well, I've. Can you be mad at me, please?
Oh, Dougie, I don't think anyone is capable.
I know it's a real curse.
Is everything all right over here?
Yes,
And
yes, quite all right.
you see Tabitha Blackwell approaching, looking extremely concerned.
Oh, Lady Blackwell, I apologize. It's a very emotional day.
It is, yes, very sad.
No, it's quite all right. Is everything? Oh, Lord Finchwood, how are you? Oh, no, well, not well, clearly. So, regretting the words while speaking them. Here, and she looks around, and you see, one of the servants, like, kind of like hop over real quick with a kerchief, and she like takes it and hands it to the Honorable Douglas.
I'll take it, blow into it, like wipe my eyes, and then like pull out my own, and then do it again. Thank you, thank you. You're too kind.
No, I didn't know you knew my father that well.
He was a great man. I've heard many good things about him, and I'm just so disheartened that I didn't get to meet him in person after all the things that I've heard.
Well, that's very sweet of you to say.
Yes, of course. And how are you faring, Lady Tabitha? I know this must be hard for you too.
Yes, but would you like to sit down or anything?
Sitting down could be good. That could be good.
I will I will see to him, Lady Diana. I don't want to trouble you with this. He is our guest.
don't mind. Lord Finchwood and I are good friends. Have been since we were little.
Indeed.
Yeah, takes you to like a small place off to the side to sit. Sits down.
As like we're walking away, I'll turn to Diana. We'll talk more later. Please.
She will nod and give him the smallest of smiles. You know where I live.
Indeed. And then I will follow with Tabitha and take a seat.
All right. One moment. Okay. So, yeah, she sets you down. You're quickly brought over tea, just something light, because it is very late in the evening at some point. Diana, did you want to stay with him for a moment?
Sure. She will stay to kind of like keep an eye on things. And to provide some cover so that they're not, thought of as being too close or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Happening at the same time. Wiggly scene transition. It's all kind of blocky and kind of weird that way and sparkles. So, Bo, you make your way to the side room, and it's full of just comfortable chairs, a few bookcases and stuff like that, and a warm fire is going, but it's very much for just a relaxation point for guests. And Sophia, you're kind of like a little off to the side, and you see he doesn't notice you, but you see Bo just gotta walk past you into the room.
Would she
Yeah.
notice how he looks?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be he's hiding it well, but Sophia is the kind of person to notice.
Sophia takes a couple well-planned strides and heads into the room after him.
There are a
Well,
few
do
other people
you?
in the room, so there are a few other people in the room, so
Oh,
your people are aware that are around. So you're not breaking impropriety or anything like that by just going into the room with them alone.
of course.
Yeah.
Oh, are you all right?
Ah, yes, I, yes, Lady Rockwood, I am quite well, thank you. And you would notice that Bo had, like, picked up a drink on his way into the room and has elected not to take a seat, but instead has gone to stand over by the fireplace and just sort of stare into the fire, and is acknowledging you but not looking at you in this moment. I Yes, I am well. I fear I was simply overcome uh with the uh forgive me. It is such a moving event, and Duke Blackwell was such a magnanimous man. I fear I have been just overcome with his loss for a moment and needed to recuse myself to recompose myself.
May I spend a resolve token to have Sophia just see right through Bo in this moment?
Fortunately, that's not quite how they.
Ah, my
You
misunderstanding.
no, yeah, it's you can affect the scene in different ways, but as far as like seeing what the character is thinking, like you as Sophia are the kind of person that can tell he is probably lying to you, and how you go about doing that is up to you.
Yeah, I feel like Sophia would know Bo well enough that she can clock that he is lying through his teeth.
Yeah, you don't need that one, but if you want to have something happen in the scene that would make him lose his composure more to kind of break, that's one thing, like uh or bring up something, but yeah, you can
Understood.
kind of you can kind of tell that he is clearly not telling the full truth, and he is very, very emotional. uh, you also know who's here at the
Uh,
moment.
but Bo, I I saw you earlier, and I saw how you handled. Are you quite sure that's all that's going on? Not go
Bo, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Not going to turn you away if you need help.
Bo closes his eyes for a moment and takes a deep breath in and then opens them and actually looks at you. I appreciate that, Lady Rookwood. I I will be fine. I appreciate your sympathy, but I assure you, it is nothing but a passing moment, and I am feeling better already. But I do appreciate it, and I do wish to call upon you later, you and all of our friends, so that we might reconcile whatever this. Am I entirely amiss in saying that there is some sort of rift between yourself and Douglas?
Bo, I I will say this plainly. In respect to you and our friendship, Dougie and I have not been friends for a very long time. Neither have Diane or I been friends for a very long time. This is... Many things have happened since you departed. Some of which were my fault, some of which were theirs. But I don't think they would want me back. So, if there is someone you would have to speak to on that matter, it would be them.
I see. I Forgive me for assuming that things had not changed while I was gone. Clearly, much has changed, and I have much to catch up on. But I must say I did appreciate your letters while I was abroad. Few though they were, it was always nice to hear from a friend. Forgive me, I think I need to just take a moment for myself, but I will keep your offer in mind, and we will speak again soon.
Of course. No, never mind. I will see you soon. You take care. Uh, and she will curtsy and head out to give him his time.
Bo will bow slightly and also sort of salute, yeah, as she leaves the room with his glass, and then just chug the rest of what I presume is brandy that he picked up. And you can tell that he is contemplating throwing the glass into the fire, but holding himself back from doing it right now.
Quick question.
Hmm.
This side room, was it like it was like a private side room, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to spend a resolve token to have just someone amongst gathering notice the two of them go in and then Sophia leaving.
Oh no, it wasn't there. It was there were other people in the room.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah, it's not
I
like
take it back.
close the door and then no one can see you. It's wide open. It's just a side area with like a big open archway. You
More
can
like
see
an
off the main
alcove. More like an alcove than a
Yeah,
room.
yeah,
Gotcha. In
It's the
that case, I
crying
take it
alcove.
back.
yeah,
The
yeah,
crying alcove for when you need to cry.
yeah. And here's a question though: do you want someone in the room with them to clock the conversation, or at least them talking?
Yes, I'll take that as a secondary. Yeah.
Sick. I just know the person, and they're a great guy, good person, the kind of person you want to see around. All right. So it's been a few moments. Um, and I never ask or say that you have done so, but Honorable Douglas Finchwood, have you recovered some of your composure?
I think after sitting and enjoying some tea and getting to breathe, yes, some composure has definitely been resolved.
Very well then. You see Lady Tabitha stand up. Um, I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. I do have to take my leave, so
Of course.
if you do
I'll
need to
take.
talk, especially um, and she'll look between the two of you. If you want to talk about who it was, I might. Oh, and she like looks at you, Lady Diana, like the other piece finally clicked for her, and she's like, "Was this who you were talking about?"
Yes.
Oh, well, of course. If either one of you want to talk about it,
Diana will give a small shake of her head. You're very kind. I apologize. It would seem someone inadvertently dropped news Douglas was unaware of. We didn't mean to take away from a day that is meant to be about remembering your father.
Yes, indeed. I apologize. I was just a bit shocked. This is excellent tea, by the way. Where do you get your honey?
Honey. um,
Look down at the tea. What am I tasting?
Like a skull comes out of it, right? Oh, it's just from the local farms. But you helped me greatly a few moments ago, and this is clearly a very dear friend of yours. So if there's anything I can do for both of you, and it will, our father will be remembered by everyone in Axebridge County. So I'm sure he wouldn't mind. If anything, he'd cheer you up, Lord Finchwood, in a raucous and very loud manner, but I don't think he would disapprove.
No, that's a wonderful sentiment, and please allow me at some point to make it up to you for the scene. Do you play croquet?
Not so much.
Well, we'll find something that we can do that I can treat you to for as an apology.
Diana will lean over when she says not so much and kind of use her fan to whisper to Sophia, "You should take him up on the alpha. You'll always win. He's a terrible shot."
Tabitha like giggles a bit. Like very quietly behind the fan. Perhaps I will, Lord Finchwood. But I do need to see to everybody else. And I hope I see you all both over the summer.
Delightful, and of course.
Excuse me. Curtsies.
Diana will curtsy.
I'll stand up and bow.
And she will leave. And you see, as she takes it, like it's not even that long, like maybe like 10 seconds away, you see her quickly swept up by the Queen Mother, who has a slightly pensive look on her face about something. Let's see. We'll get to that in a moment. I'm sure we'll get to that in just a moment. But yeah, it's just the two of you for a moment.
Oh, Diana, I feel I've made a fool of myself.
You've just got a big heart. It's good to know you haven't lost that.
The surgeons say that's a bad thing, actually.
I don't believe it. It's made you the kindest person I know.
Thank you, Diana. And I don't believe it either. How could a bigger heart be a bad thing? Isn't it, supposed to? You would think a bigger heart would be better at keeping the body alive, right?
One would think.
Well, anyway, I am feeling more like myself again. Again, I'm dreadfully sorry for just everything, but do you still ride?
I do. Not as much, but yes.
Well, that is excellent, I think, as I, at this point, think I'm getting together a bit of a riding party with Leonard, Elias. I should see if Bo wants to come as well. It could be a fun event.
There is a moment when he brings up Bo's name where Diana's shoulders tense just a little bit before she kind of forces them to relax again. That would be very nice. It's been some time.
I agree. The three of us have much to catch up on. I haven't told him the shoe story either. Oh, it's going to be a hoot, just you wait.
I'm sure it is.
If only Peter were here, he would be so embarrassed. Oh, it would be hilarious.
Can I spend a resolve token to make Peter show up?
Yes, you can.
Hell yeah.
Get Mr. Peter Quimbley in here.
Jeez. From across the room, there is raucous laughter that is a bit too loud for the occasion. And thankfully, the Queen Mother seems to be busy, as you recognize the Southern English tones of one Mr. Peter Quimbley, laughing with a large group of naval admirals and honorable men. And then, you'll never believe it, and then 12 books on his head and he fell out the window. And there's
fall this down. Oh, good.
And there's even more laughter at the idea. And as you turn and you see Mr. Peter Quimbley laughing with all of these men, and you see Leonard pinching his nose as he encounters another schoolmate, apparently, with the same tale as before.
Oh goodness, there's Peter now. As I follow the sound of the voice, and I'll see if first I can kind of get his catch his eye and try to wave him over.
Oh, no chance in hell he has an audience.
Ah.
You know, Peter.
Shall we join them?
I think we should. It's only fair that he just told a story about Leonard, it's only fair that we tell a story about him. Fair is fair.
I look forward to it.
As you both make your way over and you see Leonard moving away, Lady Sophia.
Yes.
You had 2 ideas for resolve tokens, and I'm wondering which one you'd like to spend.
I would like to spend one to have my brother show up. If I so may.
Absolutely. How much of a problem is he going to be, is the question.
Well, he is Sophia's brother. Have fun.
Y'all heard Melon say that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Heard.
Yep. Understood. All right, no. Loads drama gun. All right. So, as you exit the room, there is I love doing this. There's a presence that you feel. It's slightly snake-like, a little slimy, and way too clever for its own good. And you understand it's your brother. And as you look over, you do see your brother, Lord Edward Rookward. Oh wait, no, that's wrong.
Isaiah.
Rookward. Yeah, I had a little. Yeah, they both have. Yeah, I saw underneath it, Lady Sophia's father, immediately, and I'm like, nope, I was scrolled down too much. Isaiah Rookward. Speaking to Elias off to the side.
She takes one deep breath, handles herself for what is about to happen, and approaches. Ah, there you are. I was wondering what you had run off to. Lord Blackwell? And she curtsies towards Elias.
Greetings. It's a pleasure to meet you. And Isaiah's like, Lord Elias, Rookward, please. Rookward, God damn it, there's too many names. I'm gonna die. There's so many names. Why did I run this game?
You're doing great.
No, I'm not. It's the last half hour. I'm falling apart.
You got it, buddy.
Lord Elias Blackwell, I'd like to introduce my sister, Lady Sophia Rookward, in all of her glory. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Sorry, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Rookward. And he will bow.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. I imagine my brother has already extended his condolences, but my pain to do the same. It's quite a tragedy.
I deeply appreciate your kind words. Yes. Elias was just telling me of his future plans to do after all of his schoolwork, travels abroad. And you'd like to marry one day, wouldn't you, young man? And he's like, well, I've thought about it, yes. There's been a lot to do, and the season hasn't started yet. Oh, the season. Well, I can help you with that, actually.
Well, it's only natural for a man of your prospects to consider marriage sooner rather than later. But I am glad to hear that you have plans for the future. Uh, I got that you are going abroad.
Well, I was hoping to explore the continent. Um, but Lord Isaiah was saying that I might travel to the colonies, in fact.
Oh, really? Is that so? And she sort of like looks towards her brother and narrows her eyes ever so slightly.
Yes, I imagine the colonies would have a plethora of opportunities, and his father is very well known over there. With our connections, we might actually be able to cement him a position somewhere.
Hmm.
And Lord knows that the situation over here is going to get very convoluted, and, well, sometimes less options are good.
It would give you quite a chance to find yourself. I imagine that, well, your father was a great man. I imagine also of expectations have now found themselves onto your family, and God knows how many people are already pulling strings of all sorts.
Uh, at that, you see Elias's face go a little white, and you see his eyes go towards his older brother. Um, and Isaiah goes, "Well, not just yet. They're still grieving, so he has time to, compose himself, think about plans, and think about next steps for the family, as he should. After all, your brother doesn't want the title, does he?" Uh,
Does he not?
well, I'm not sure I should talk about that, actually. Uh, uh, hey, you see, he was just kind of like looking between the two of you, like he's cornered.
GM,
Mhm.
I'd like to play a resolve token.
Sure.
Uh, if he will accept it, I would like to play a resolve token to have Bo come in at about this time and realize what uh um I have forgotten his name. Sophia's brother is doing.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Give him the opportunity to run interference against Isaiah.
Yeah. So, do you accept this token?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at that exact moment of hearing I hear your brother doesn't want the title, and Elias is like, well, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about that. It's Beauchamp to the rescue in that exact moment.
Ah, Elias. Forgive me, I have not delivered my condolences to young Lord Blackwell. It is good to see you. And he'll step up behind Elias, who he has known since Elias was a wee thing and Bo was in school with his brother, and will put a hand on his shoulder and look at Isaiah. Ah, Lord Rookward. It is, as always, an honor to see you as well. Apologies for interrupting, but I fear I must pay my respects to the young lord's family. You do understand, of course.
You see, you're very familiar with this smile. You've known Lord Isaiah for some time as he looks between you, Elias, and Sophia. But of course, Lord Elias, I do hope to see you over the summer, and please take into consideration what I said. We are, of course, going to do everything we can to make sure whatever transition that you have is peaceful, and you have all of our support in doing so.
Bo is
good.
going to just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But I wouldn't want to interrupt this, of course. And I'm sure Lord Beauchamp and my dear sister have plenty of catching up to do.
Actually, it's Viscount. Lord Blackwell. If you would be so kind, I believe your sister was calling for you, and I would love to help you find her again. And he will nod politely, but not deep as he should, at Isaiah, and bow to Sophia. Lady Rookward, a pleasure as always. And he will take young Elias sort of by the shoulder and turn him about and walk him back towards his family.
So before you do that,
Yes.
Go ahead.
Do forgive my brother. He has a way of letting his mouth run ahead of him. I promise you he does not mean anything malicious by it.
I'm going to say this real quick. Do you say that in front of your brother?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to spend a resolve token on your brother.
Okay.
But also, I'm going to ask that if you want to take him away from this scene, Howl, you need to spend a resolve token, as Elias clearly doesn't actually want to leave Isaiah in this moment.
Oh, I absolutely will. Yes. Bo is intent on rescuing this child.
As you say that about him, your brother simply looks to you and gives you a small smile, Sophia, and just simply goes, "You know what, sister? It's always good to see you. This summer is going to be quite fascinating, and I can't wait to see the good work that you do. Considering how successful you've been with your own immediate circle, I can't imagine how well you're going to do when you try to introduce more to it. Given your warmth with others. Have a pleasant evening."
You
And he
as
will walk away.
well.
Yep, he's going to walk away. And that resolve token will resolve itself in session 3.
Yes. I make great decisions.
So one cool thing for everyone watching that I like to do, what I'm going to try to do with NPCs, if they do respond a resolve token, it does not need to be in this scene, depending on how you're interacting with them. So this is going to resolve, and I am going to always say when it's going to resolve, in episode 3, if all things go correctly. So yeah. A little bit of something to look forward to. As you see your brother head one way, and Bo and Elias head off in another, and you're by yourself for a brief moment.
Yes.
And you do see, well, actually, you do see Lord Leonard Blackwell off to the side if you want to speak to him in a moment. But we're going to start to resolve a few other things before we wind up for the night, because we do have one big thing we need to get to. All right, so for Diana, Bo, and Douglas, whereas their talk about resolve tokens or spending anything, being very polite and saying it in the chat, but I can't also read it at the same time and do this. So
I would like to ask if I could spend a resolve token, assuming Bo is amiable towards it, to have him and now Elias find their way to our slowly growing group with Mr. Peter Quimbley and friends.
wait, to have
Yes.
Bo in the group?
Yes, so have Bo and Elias find their way to the group as well.
Oh, Leonard's leaving the group. Just keep that in mind.
Well, I'm talking about the group with Peter.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know that Leonard is leaving that group because he already heard the joke. Just keep letting you know. But if you want to say that, yes, that can happen. Diana, you're headed there with Douglas?
Yes.
Okay, no, just making sure you're okay with it before I do that, because it's all right, cool.
If
Uh,
Leonard is leaving, I think Bo would hand Elias off to him before joining their group. Like this, he wouldn't want to separate family, and he wants Elias to like have his older brother in this moment.
yeah, I think as you're walking, Elias, it's like, is everything okay? I don't mind talking to them.
Everything is fine. Apologies for the brief, the abrupt way I removed us from that conversation, but I think it may be in your best interest to not openly discuss terms of inheritance without your brother and sister present. If you... anything you say now, unfortunately, could be taken as gospel, as it were. And there are some people who may seek to leverage things that they overhear, leverage rumors to get what they may want in the future. So I feel it prudent to just mayhaps deflect that conversation.
I understand, but I kind of like gently removes your hand from her shoulder. It's like, I understand that. Oh, I'm not my brother, but I know how to navigate this better than he does. And he's not being shy about it either.
You're right, of course. Apologies, I forget you're not the young man I first met when I attended school with your brother. You have certainly grown in my absence, and it is good to see that you are more capable than I have given you credit for. Apologies.
No need to apologize. Just we already talked before the funeral started. We know there are snakes in the grass. A fair few. And he's his brother like appears beside him, puts his hand on the other shoulder to Elias, is like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Not that much shorter than you guys, but he's like he's not a tall dude. Bo looking out for you? Yes, Bo's looking out for me. Good. I believe we're going to be wrapping things up in just a few short moments, but I think you should go over with the other. He looks over, gentleman, as he looks over to where the laughter is, like the quiet, raucous laughter. I believe they have a few jokes to tell, but thank you. He like pats Elias on the shoulder and leads him away.
Of course. I'll see you soon, friend. And Bo will wander off towards the certainly not group of clowns that is assembled out of his school friends.
So, there is so Mr. Peter Quimbley feels 3 levels of energy. One reserved, quiet, and very proper. One reserved, quiet, and nervous about what he's about to see, and one golden retriever all approaching him as he looks up and goes, Douglas! There he is!
Peter, when did you get here?
Oh, just soon enough to be a problem as usual. Now then, what was I? Oh, what brings you off?
Well, I was just saw that you were all in discussion here. I was assuming stories were being told. Surely you've enlightened our friends here with the shoe story.
No, the shoe story isn't fit for polite company. Why company us? Good point!
Oh.
The shoe story!
Let me tell you, gentlemen. So this happened a few months ago in London. Peter and I were at...
Bo, you arrive at the beginning of the shoe story and hearing someone said, well, we're not polite company. And you look over and see Diana right there. If you want to run interference.
Bo is just going to stand up to his full height, a respectful distance behind Diana, and raise one eyebrow and look very stone-faced at whoever said that, and say, just loud enough to be heard, I believe that there is some respectable company among this bunch of gentlemen, as it were, and perhaps we should be polite in such gracious presence. Yes?
I think upon seeing Bo and hearing that, the words just die on Douglas's lips as he clears his throat. You know, Bo makes a good point. Peter, you're saved this time, but later, the shoe story's coming out.
It is worth noting that the second Bo starts to talk, Diana's whole body goes very, very still. She's a little bit like a, I don't know, like a prey animal that's gotten caught in like the eyes of a predator, where she's just like, if I don't move, they can't see me.
They're so sexy. If I don't move, they can't see me.
Not what I meant, but you know. It's that, oh god, he's behind me, isn't he? Look.
Oh god, I hope he's behind me, isn't he? Look.
How dare you say something so true?
But yeah, Bo, you see Diana there.
After Bo has shut down whatever this was about to be, Bo will step to the side so that he's no longer looming over her like a giant menace in a full soldier's dress uniform, by the way. And will step to the side and look at her and say, apologies. It appears I have missed much while I have been away, and I think we should speak later if you would be amenable.
Yes, we are quite overdue. That would be lovely.
He will. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And she's doing that, looking up just often enough to be polite because she's quite petite compared to him. So she's doing that looking up just often enough to be polite without it looking like she's staring. But her fan is going a little bit faster than it was before.
Looking between the two of them, may I do something, Grizz?
Is it quick? Because we need to move along to something.
Was gonna try to spend a monologue token on myself.
No. Anyway.
Okay.
Not no. Maybe in a moment. Maybe. I'm not sure. I need to get to something. I'm sorry. Gary, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
We're doing great, everybody. We're doing great on time, but we're also doing terrible. All right. Melon.
Yes.
Your other resolve token idea that we never got to because we got that do something else. Was to speak to Leonard.
Yes, I would love to spend resolve token to go speak to Leonard.
You don't have to spend one. I'm saying you wanted to go speak to him.
Yes.
Cool. You see him kind of not hand Elias off to Tabitha, but you see the three of them speaking to each other for a moment, and you see him wave over a gentleman you've never seen before. He begins conversing with the three of them, and you see Leonard's kind of step off to the side for a brief moment, and you see him looking through a table off to the side for something.
And this is where Lady Sophia opts to strike as she makes her way. Lord Blackwell, I hope I have not caught you at an unfortunate time.
No. Lady Rookwood, how are you?
I'm very well myself. I'm sorry about your father. He was a great man, taken from us too soon. I wanted to extend my condolences.
I deeply appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, I can't imagine it's any easy being stuck in the position you are. So, I just wanted to let you know that, that I hope the best for you. And that the Rookwards are, as always, here to help the Blackwells however they may need.
You're very kind. I appreciate it.
I don't know anything else. You seem to be looking for something.
Yes. Our solicitor has something to read off to everyone. Here it is. We're almost done here, and it's getting quite late, so we want to get this done as soon as we can. So, I'm sure we'll see each other over the summer.
Don't let me interrupt you. I hope the rest of your day goes well.
He will give a deep bow. Send my thoughts to your family.
I shall. And she will give a curtsy and head off.
Right. All right. So one thing I want to implement, but also just to be polite to everyone here, because we have a time constraint, is Gary, you're gonna get your monologue. Okay.
Mhm.
But I'm spending a monologue token to do it. I want to have you guys spend your own monologue tokens on NPCs or other player characters, not yourself.
Okay.
Cool. If it means that much to you and to the other players, then please, will you accept this monologue token?
I would love to accept it. As
Then please monologue.
I will look between Lady Diana and Viscount Beauchamp, see how they are between each other, and sort of think to myself, I am not a daft man. I see how they are. Since the day I laid eyes upon Lady Diana as a child, I loved her. She is like the sun, and her warmth is the only thing that I have ever wanted, ever. Anytime I'm not near her, it is like winter has set in and the cold is eating away at my bones. And yet, being near the two of them, it's like the sun grows so hot to scorch, and I am left burnt by it. But I can never let this be known. I must swallow my feelings because I know what could come of it. How I would lose the two closest friends I've ever had. I cannot be the harbinger of my own destruction in this relationship, this triad. I will do anything to keep them in my lives, even if it means hiding it all away. I do this for them, I do it for me, and I do it for us. I could have made my mark when Beauchamp left, but I have too much respect for him. I have too much respect for her. And I couldn't be some sort of snake striking at the right opportunity. They deserve better than that. They deserve love. And I will love them no matter what. So I swear, even as it hurts me every day. End monologue. And as I end it, I'll just give the broadest smile, step over to the two of them. And here we have my two good friends conversing again. Oh, this is a delight to see.
There is a solid hushing noise from off to the side towards you.
Apologies, Queen Mother. I know, sorry.
No, that wasn't her. That was just the general
Oh.
audience because you were.
I see. Then still, it's like, oh, apologies.
Bo will reach over and squeeze his shoulder in like silent friendship, but say nothing.
Diana gives him a very warm smile. It looks like she is struggling very hard not to look at Bo.
May I have your attention, please? Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me. And you see an older gentleman, probably in his late 60s, which, for the love of God, he shouldn't be. Scrawny, I don't want to say sagging skin, but that's kind of what's happening here. Dressed in like finery. He's very clearly wealthy. It's like, excuse me, everyone. My name is Reginald Harcourt. Attention, thank you. And it's like the kind of room just looks at him. Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be. Yes. I have here, if you don't mind, the last writ and word of Duke Graham Blackwell, presented to me on his just moments before he died. His will is complete, but these are separate instructions that I was told to read at this moment. Lady Ursula has given me permission to do it here, as she cannot be here at this time. So, and you see him pull out handed a letter by Leonard, and it has the Blackwell symbol on the back, which is literally just it's a wild family crest, but it is a massive anchor wrapped in vines and tentacles going through the waves. And it is reported that Graham laughed about the idea of having one before he realized how serious the king was, before he went, damn, well, now I have to think of one. And he pulls open the letter and folds it. To my family, friends, and to those entrusted with the future of this kingdom. If these words are being read, then Providence has seen fit to end my service. There's a few smiles between some of the sailors in the back as they hear these words. My children have inherited something of my character, but not yet the burden of my office. In time, they each may become worthy of the house they bear. Until then, I ask only that they be protected from ambition, desperation, and from those who mistake grief for weakness. Therefore, it is my express wish that no child of Hatch Blackwell shall inherit title, lands, or authority of the dukedom until one among them has entered into a marriage judged by the crown to secure both the future of this new house and the stability of the realm. And you can hear murmurs going through the audience as people are looking at each other. The determination of which such a marriage satisfies his gracious condition shall rest solely with the sovereign, as advised by the Queen Mother. Until such time, the estate shall remain in trust under the stewardship of the Dowager Duchess, Lady Ursula Blackwell. And you see him fold up the letter. And that concludes His Grace's final testament. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening. Well, here you go, Leonard. He hands the letter back, and Leonard's hands are just like still, and you see his face is just straight up white. And there's a heavy silence in the room. And this is a tap of feet as you see the Queen Mother walk over and place her hand very gently on Leonard's shoulders and say, "You have our deepest sympathies." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.